Okay, as promised, I'm not answering all the questions to the homework that was supposed to have been done this past Friday, but I'm only gonna do two questions. Um, I think these are the questions that Jonathan said he didn't have to answer, but I want to answer them. And then when I get time, I'll get to the other questions. I do apologize for not, I wasn't able to stay for class, but I had a friend that was in a very serious emergency. She had an emergency, as most of you probably already know, so I had to attend to that. Um, so I'm pretty sure God understand, but I do apologize for dipping out. Um, uh, I kind of felt bad about that because I wanted to stay. I didn't really prepare myself, but anyway, I'm gonna only try to keep each question a minute long. Um, so I'm sitting here in the parking lot. But anyway, the first question has something to do with and I apologize, I don't have a sheet with me, but the first question has something to do with picking something that you felt you was selfish about. And like I told Jonathan, that's a novel. Um, that's a difficult question, not because I don't want to be honest, but because it's just I can think of a lot of ways that I have been selfish. But I'll use one as an example, one that I am working on right now, and that is always playing what was me. Me. Uh, Feeling like I have to prove myself, prove my worth, prove that I am mature, prove that I am a grown woman, taking offense to what people say, and actually, regardless of how they're saying it, sometimes even if a person says something that is meant to hurt you, um, I'm not saying you're not going to feel hurt by it, but sometimes you just have to take it with a grain of salt, because as Christians, I feel like we should be the more mature one. So whether it's constructive criticism or if it's just someone's, bias, whatever, just taking everything to heart. And that's what I do. Um, because I'm working, and I've been doing this for years, working so hard to be mature. Feeling like that I missed out on some experiences. I was supposed to experience this so that I can be a certain way. Me. And the thing is that everybody's experiencing life. One thing I have to keep in mind is not just me. You're never too young to know better, and you're never too old to learn something. That's what I have to keep in mind. Just because you haven't had certain experiences doesn't mean you're not mature. And just because you're older and have been through a lot don't mean you still are incapable of learning something else. Um, so, um, sorry about that. Let me speed this. So that was my answer to number one. That's how I feel like I was being selfish, is because, and that's also being insecure about myself, because I'm making it seem like I'm the only one experiencing life and everybody is. Maybe on different levels, but everybody's experiencing it, everybody's learning from it. So the third question, I'm skipping the second one, I'll come back to that one, but the third question has something to do with relationships and how we can better or improve our relationships. And I said that, and I believe God put this in my spirit. Relationships is about servitude. There was something mentioned that Brother Calhoun brought up in the class when he talked about marriage as opposed to how the world looks at marriage, and how marriage is biblically. And I'm just using it as an example because I know when he talked about relationships, he's talking about different types of relationships. Jonathan is. I'm sorry, I'm talking about two different types of people here. But what Brother Calhoun was talking about is that in the world, marriage is seen as a contract, whereas biblically, it's a covenant. A contract is where, okay, I'm signing this, but I'm trying to figure what I can get out of this. If I put this in there, what can I get out of it? Whereas a covenant is all about, alright, my bad. Where a covenant is more of something that it's all about what can I put into this. So to wrap it all up, because as you can see, I'm out about doing grocery shopping and stuff. A relationship should be about servitude. It's all about what can I put into it. Knowing that it's about sacrifice. You're not going to always get what you want out of it. But if both people are willing to serve rather than being served, I think that's what makes for a good relationship. So, give me your comments, disagreements, agreements, scriptures. Let me know where I said something wrong in the third question, because I know the first one was more of my personal experience. So that's what I got to share, and I'll look into other questions and post those up later. All right, bye. Bye bye. God bless.